Chivos here, bringing you another Hyundai A-League fixture review for the fixture which saw Central Coast Mariners draw 3-3 with my team, Melbourne Victory. Now, the starting lineup for Melbourne wasn't as bad as what I thought it was going to be, considering we have a lot of players on international duty. So we line up with Vukovic in goal, Delpierre and Broxham with the centre halves, with Manan and Gojevski on either side of them. Bozanic, Finkler and Mahazi lined up in the centre of the pitch, while Kalfala and Barbarouses were either side of Barisha. So not bad. The subs we had were Thomas, Ingham, Macaronis, Thompson and Ansell. So not too bad there. But just some stats about the game. We haven't lost to Central Coast Mariners since April 2013. So almost 3 years. Both teams come into the match after picking up a win last weekend. And although Melbourne Victory are without some of their key young players, they should be enough to survive. Where also Kevin Muscat has never recorded a loss against Central Coast Mariners as a manager, and that was in 7 games. Obviously, it makes it 8 now, considering we drew 3-3. But what a game it was to watch. Now, it was a bit of a scrappy opening. It saw end-to-end football, but Central Coast seemed to be having more of the game. Kalfala made an excellent run down the right-hand side, cut in. Before striking the ball, he struck from about 20 yards out. Keeper made a save. Good strike from Kalfala, but it wasn't enough to break the deadlock. And then, in the 13th minute, Central Coast Mariners win a corner. Harry Ascroft leaps into the air, beats every single Melbourne Victory player and the goalkeeper. So he's risen like a salmon. He's risen like a cake. And what he's done, he's headed the ball. It's gone in between the hands of Vukovic and the crossbar, and it's 1-0. It's a terrible start for Melbourne Victory. The goal come against the run of play, and it was a terrible start, you know. But then, 29th minute, things went from bad to worse when Josh Bingham scored in his first ever start for Central Coast Mariners. So Ferreira played a through ball to Bingham. Now Ferreira played that ball so well. He wasn't tackled, but Bingham managed to pick it up about the halfway line, controls it, lays a great through ball to I'm talking about the third goal. Sorry, the second goal. Bingham receives the ball inside the box, and Ferreira. Great pass. I'll give him that. Ferreira played exceptional today. I'll be honest. Ferreira was incredible. But Bingham enters the box on the right-hand side, shoots. It goes under Broxham, around Vukovic, and into the far post. And it's 2-0. Again, against the run of play, Central Coast 2-0 up after half an hour, and things are looking pretty sour. But then, 3 minutes later, Melbourne Victory have a chance inside the box. The ball is passed across the goal. Kalfala made a late run. He hits the ball on the half volley. It looks like it's going to go in. It hits the bar and nothing comes from the strike. Very unlucky there for Kalfala. You know, we could have scored so many goals today. We don't have a final ball. It's that simple. We can't strike, and we don't have a final ball. But Ferreira. This is the one I was talking about before. When Ferreira was tackled, but he played the ball off. Bingham receives the ball on the halfway line, plays one of the best through balls I've seen to Mitch Austin. Right? He then goes one-on-one with Danny Vukovic, slots into the bottom left corner. It's 3-0 to Central Coast Mariners after 35 minutes. So it's another goal against a run of play. But we had 9 corners and 60% possession by the first 35 minutes. 9 corners and we couldn't put one in, and 60% possession, and we conceded 3 goals. Now, what is going on? Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I mean, come on, boys. 3-0 down against bottom of the league. You know, they've only just picked up their second win of the season last weekend, and now you go and concede 3 goals in the first half. And by this time, I thought it was game, set, and match. I was raging. I thought it was game over. But then, I don't know what Kevin Muscat said to the boys in the changing rooms at halftime. But my God, did it make an impact. So 2 minutes into the second half, Barisha receives the ball inside the box of Central Coast Mariners. He looks like he's about to tee up a strike. He gets fouled inside the box, but the referee says no penalty. It's play on. But then, after watching the replay, obviously the defender's intended to make contact with the ball, but he does collect Barisha's leg. But because of the reputation Barisha has for being a diver, he has he's cost himself a penalty there. But then it should have been a penalty, a bad refereeing decision. But the game goes on. Then nothing really happened until the 59th minute. Barisha receives the ball, runs into the box. He's fouled by Ashcroft, and a penalty is given. Now Barisha steps up, takes the spot kick, bottom left corner, keeper's a bottom right. It's 3-1. We've scored, but we still have a huge amount to come back. Now, Barisha, having him on the penalty is good. It adds to his goal tally. Maybe he can catch Fornaroli. Don't forget, Fornaroli was on 11 and Barisha was on 8 before going into this weekend. Then, 61st minute, and we make 2 substitutions. Now, Archie Thompson gets subbed on for Guilherme Finkler, while Nicholas Ansalt is subbed on for Ollie, whatever he likes to be called, Mr. Bozanic. It was his birthday today. Shout out to him. And what a sub Archie Thompson proved to be. So 65th minute, the ball comes in down the right hand side. Barisha flicks the ball to Barisha. He strikes, hits the crossbar. The ball bounces back to the 6-yard box, and none other than Archie Thompson is there to bag the goal. It's 3-2. We have a chance, There's still 25 minutes left of the game. I think it was Archie Thompson's 80th A-League goal. He's still the top scorer in the A-League. Barisha will catch him, though. I do think Barisha's probably going to catch him. But, for the moment, Archie Thompson can live his glory. At the age of 37, he's doing well. But then, 3 minutes later, a corner comes in from Calfella. Archie Thompson nearly heads the ball home to grab the equaliser, but it wasn't enough. There's 20 minutes left to play. Central Coast make a change. They bring off Bingham. They bring on Josh Rose. It looks like they're trying to shut up shop. But then, Melbourne Victory miss chances in the 72nd minute. It looks like, it looked like we were going to score. The pressure was on for so much of that second half. Kevin Muscat wound the boys up in the change room, and the pressure was really on Central Coast in the second half. 76th minute, Calfella gets subbed off for newcomer Jai Ingham. Now, it was good to see him. Didn't have the best appearance, but I can see he's promising. So I won't judge him after one game. I'll give him a couple games to see how he goes. But promising. But then he wasn't enough to make the difference. Whereas Francesco Stella was subbed on for Central Coast Mariners to play against his ex-club Melbourne Victory. Didn't really do much, Stella, but that's what happens when you're trying to when you're not trying to attack, you're trying to defend. So it's understandable. But then a goal line scramble in the box. Saw at least 6 shots at goal from Melbourne Victory. Not one of them went in. Eventually, the ball goes out. It's whipped back in, and McGing clears the ball out for a corner. Now, I couldn't believe it. 6 shots in the space of 10 seconds. We couldn't even bag one. There was bodies everywhere on the goal line, and it wasn't enough. But then a ball gets played over the right-hand side. It sees Barisha get a header. He plays the ball across the goal. Bessa Barisha is in the box. He's a fox in the box. He leaps. He scores. It's an equaliser. 93rd minute draw. What this scenes. Absolute scenes. Could not believe it. I was screaming. We've gone from 3-0 down at halftime to draw 3-3. We probably should have won 10-6 or something if you count all the chances. But, from 3-0 down at halftime to a full-time 3-3 draw, I'm more than happy. Kevin Muscat admitted some of his problems, and he said it's not just the players to blame at halftime, but he turned it around, and Kevin Muscat, I thank you. Because although it's only a point, if Western Sydney or Brisbane all slip up this weekend, we could have a huge title change on our hands. The title chase is still on for us by getting that point. But then, it's an exceptional half for Melbourne Victory as a whole, scoring 3 goals. And Bessa Barisha adds to his goal tally. He scored 2 today. He's now on 10. Fornaroli's on 11. So he's only 1 off Fornaroli. But it does mean Bessa Barisha has scored 10 goals or more in his last 5 seasons. So 5 consecutive seasons, Brish has scored 10 or more. It shows you he's a threat. Anywhere he plays, he's a threat. But I do have to give a shout out to Central Coast. You know, they played very well. They played a very young side today, and they did quite well. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough. You know, they dominated us in the first half, intercepted, pressed really well. They did fall apart in the second half, but they'll get a bit more confidence, and you know, they just need to grow up a bit. You know, they're fine. Central Coast, I've criticised you for so long, and today you proved to us why you scored 3 goals last weekend, why you bagged another 3 this weekend, and why you could really do something. You know, I don't think you're really focusing on the older players. You're focusing on your youth. That could be good for the future. So, Central Coast, I do have to applaud you there. But Barbarousse just managed to pick up the man of the match performance. He did well. Ferreira, I think he got second on the points tally. I can't remember who got third. But Barbarousse did play quite a good game. You know, he set up the final goal. And Barbarousse is starting to find some more form. Now, Cafella didn't score today. He was alright, though. He didn't play too bad. Whereas Barbarousse is exceptional at the level he should be. You know, needs to add a few more goals to his game. But apart from that, you know, man of the match performance. So a 3-3 draw. It was quite an exciting match to watch. 6-goal thriller. And what can I say? Even though we've drawn, I am so happy that we came back. You know, it's great. So I'm gonna sign off here. If you've enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, see more Melbourne Victory match reviews. Now I'll catch you guys on another video.